What is up, you guys? It is your girl, Avi on the mic, PR manager, and we're going to structure this YouTube thing a little differently, okay? I know you guys have been seeing my life a lot. I know you guys have been seeing just like me living life, me talking about Respect Your Roots, but now I want to show you guys the business side of things, and it comes with always constantly thinking, how can I get Respect Your Roots out here? How can I get this brand to be known and seen more? Even though they're doing amazing, content, engagement, audience is always going to be important to a business. So one thing I would say when it comes down to PR is that you have to network. And so happened to be that I got connected with this girl, this lovely lady named Chelsea. She is a publicist for sports agency. And so we met in Washington, D.C. She needs my help to basically record her on this panel at this event today for Sports Summit, and your girl's gonna do it. You know why? Because when you give and when you give out of the kindness of your heart and you pour back into other people, things of that nature, all it does, it comes back 10 times more to you. So in PR, networking is key, and that's what this summit is. I may not be in sports, but you never know. Mentorship, internship, anything that's going to help me grow, to help Respect the Roots go, I'm down for it. So that is coming a day with me today. So let's get to it. I'm a guest speaker,
And I just use it here.
And it's perfect because they're just about to start.
Okay. How are you? Good. You look so cute. Yes. We are here at the Sportsmanship Summit, so I'm really excited. I just got in. I'm getting prepped up. You guys just saw Chelsea. She is about to go up stage and present and talk, so I'm excited to be recording her and meeting all these lovely ladies here after this is done to network. So let's get to it.
You can reach out to empower up with something or connect or and it's currently down right now of the night.
So I'm really excited to be here. It's a engagement and interaction that Adam and I had. It was
So don't be afraid, have the confidence to network and first game too.
I just get to advocate for athletes.
Like Lex or Coach Lex. I played college.
For personal branding.
Specialists, I guess you'd say.
Optimize their brand through social media.
It's like 100 million people listening.
Okay. Hey y'all. So research is not typical research anymore. Like we have resources like ChatGPT, we have Gemini, like you literally can plug in any question and give you a rundown of the thing that you're looking for or the thing that you want to learn more about. Like I'm trying to think the latest thing that I ChatGPT that helped. Oh, I read a book 10 years ago. It's called Monday Morning Choices. And I was like, I remember this book being really good, but I don't have time to sit and read a book. Like, I don't have that time right now. I literally asked ChatGPT, I was like, can you summarize the 12 points? I remember being 12. I was like, can you summarize the 12 points that this book hit on? And boom. I know that's not necessarily research, but that's a resource that we have with Chat,
So my other question would be, how do you build when it comes down to like the media outlets that you want to put them on, like those connections, like how does that work for you?
So you have to create a media list and just build relationships. Like, so I don't even know where I heard this. I go to so many conferences all the time. I'm like, that's good. Let me write that down. So I heard it one time and it's like you have to have a media list and you have to constantly update it. So I have a friend who used to work for Twitter, she used to work for ESPN, she used to work for like all these different sources, and I'm like, okay, let me make sure I got what it is that Shelby does now, because if I'm like, okay, I need my clients to be placed here, I need to know, can I still call you? Or if not, I know you used to work at Twitter, or X now, or I know you used to work at ESPN. Do you have a resource that you can refer me to? So building a media list is so key and so pivotal in this industry. And then because I have so many different clients that work in so many different spaces, I got Mississippi, I got Alabama, I got Texas, I got Florida, I got Boston, I got Detroit. I'm constantly stalking them on social media, not in a weird way, but it's like, okay, let me Google, the ESPN coordinator for the Lions, and he and I became good friends, So just, you have to do a lot of research. but for a good cause.
Yep. Okay, so then my other question is, for new publicists like myself, like, what would you recommend just for people who are in public relations overall? They may not be in sports, like I'm not in sports as you know, but like just overall, what would you encourage them?
From what angle? I have so many things.
Oh, God. Whatever.
Keep showing up. Keep showing up and show up authentically. It can be nerve-wracking, even for me, and this is year 6 for me, it can be nerve-wracking to go to a conference. It can be nerve-wracking. Like, I went to Super Bowl because my client was a speaker on Leigh Steinberg's panel. I went to NBA All-Star Weekend because my client was playing in it. I wasn't with my client the whole time, so I'm like, okay, let me get in this room, let me go to this brunch, and when I'm there, I'm like, let me make sure I intentionally make 5 connections today, or let me make sure I intentionally introduce myself to 3 people so that maybe they're not looking for individual sports publicists, but if they know somebody who is, my name rings. And then not just meeting them and connecting, but also getting with them on social media. Because the contract I just signed, I talked to him 3 years ago. And then a year prior to that, I thought about hanging up the sports PR hat because my dad had passed. I was grieving, like the loss was just very monumental. But because Austin and I connected, he messaged me and he was like, hey, we're looking to fill the VP of marketing for my NBA agency.
That's amazing.
And so, making sure that I continue to show up, making sure that when we met, hey, what's your Instagram or what's your preferred method of communication, so that I can be, in contact with them or subconsciously in the back of their head.
Yeah. I really love the fact of like the LinkedIn part. That one got me because I'm like, I'm new to the LinkedIn. Like I'm not even that deep. I need to get back into my LinkedIn bag so I can understand, okay, even from working with respected roots, I need to get back on it, but even for my personal self, I need to get back onto it. And then my other last question would be like, when it comes down to partnerships, you don't always, I think for me, I get really nervous when I say I want to have this partnership, but I'm like, I don't want them to feel like I'm just taking something.
Yeah.
Like, how do you framework? Does that come with the research, you frameworking why this will work, why this partnership will work, and you're giving them the details because they may not know?
Yeah, for sure. When it comes to partnership, you want to make sure that you are not just taking from them. Like, I think about partnership like from a mentor-mentee standpoint. Any room that I'm a mentee in, I am still like, hey, these are my resources, or hey, I can help you with this. Or like, I went to the Women in Sports brunch, 2-3 months ago, and I text LaTanya, who I reached out to her during COVID, and I'm like, hey, I know you have a whole team behind you, but if you even need something down to tissue paper, let me know. I'm coming, I paid, my ticket. I'm not expecting to go anywhere for free or to have anything handed out to me, but I want you to know that I can be a resource if there's something that you need. So making sure that it's a reciprocal relationship, not just transactional.
I love that. Thank you so much.
I work on brand campaigns, I help brands with consulting, you can be all that. That's why I'm saying, self-proclaim what it is you want, because maybe you're
All right, y'all, so it was amazing. I didn't stay super long, but I stayed at a good enough time to where I got the content for Chelsea, but also just in the realization of learning about the PR in sports, but also getting connected with the panelists, because when it comes down to the media side of things, the building the rapport, the partnerships, y'all, they gave some fire gems. They also gave cute goodies. Look at this. Look at this. This is super cute. And then I don't know what's inside of here, but we got a nice cute bag. But yeah, y'all, let me get in the car and I'm gonna talk to you guys all about it. All right, y'all, so let's look at my notes, because it was great content. Great content, great panelists speaking. One thing I really loved, when it came down, don't mind this board in the back, that's for the house. But one thing I really loved when it came down to, there's this lady named Lauren Silas. I hope I'm saying her name right. She works for the NBA. One thing I love that she said that really resonated with me was that there is no such thing as being over-prepared. And the way I looked at it is that there's no such thing as doing way too much research. Way too much understanding a person, or when you walk into these conferences, being prepared to speak to X, Y, and Z to give a certain, whether you're looking for a partnership, where you're looking for just something that you see a beneficial mutual benefit for both parties. That's one thing I really learned from her. She also said that they had this like all-star pitch and accelerator program, which I really liked. Ashley Green, she was the moderator, but she's in sports and entertainment. She talked about, which I love, is staying on the course and knowing that you belong in the room that you're in. And I feel like for me, sometimes I can get intimidated or feel like I'm not doing everything that I need to be doing to grow as a PR manager, and that's not the case. I got Respected Roots because of who I am and what I've done into certain rooms and when I'm in specific rooms. Like, me growing to where I am today is literally because I saw that I was a benefit, or I saw that I was supposed to be in those rooms, and I stayed on that course, and I didn't let it sidetrack me no matter what. Like, even to the point, like, y'all, like, being a media personality before I was even before I was a PR manager for Respected Roots, I stayed on the course even when I had 2 jobs, working one as a front desk for One Life, and then another as a social media manager for this HBCU Buzz company. Like, and I stayed on the course of saying, no, this is what I want. I love being in front of the camera. I love talking to people. I love networking. But who knew that it can grow into something further? Like, also knowing that I can do both. Being able to host and being able to PR is like, they really do interconnect. And that's what thing I really loved. Another thing, when it came down to Chelsea, the girl, I took, mental health and wellness in sports. Well, it's in sports, but I'm going to take that for what I do for me. Is that you can also be successful and struggle and have doubt and all this stuff. Like, but also changing that mindset of having just challenging that grind culture mindset. Like, don't always be in the grind culture. I'm sorry, the favor that God has on me, I don't love grind culture. I'm the girl that doesn't like it. Okay? Like, some people, they had to. They roughing it up. Me, I just rather let God do his work. There's one thing that this girl said that really spoke to me. She said the closer she is with God, the smaller her problems feel. Come on. Like, can we please talk about that? The closer that I am with God, the smaller my problems feel. And that your journey is your own. Your journey is your own, all right? So then we get on to the soft skills for personal branding. The lady I recorded, Chelsea, who's a publicist and I believe a publicist and a manager for people in sports. I just love how she said, tailor content towards your niche, take up space in the digital space. Like, I need to learn how I can get Respected Roots to take up more space in the digital space. And even myself as a PR person, tailoring content towards your niche. What I love about Respected Roots and my team in Respected Roots is that there's one thing that I enjoy is that, like, we can literally come up with ideas and restructure how we're going to present this to you guys, like in the media world, in our social media, in our YouTube. Like, for instance, like reconstructing this YouTube for me is, you guys, like I said, y'all got so much in my life, but how do I making sure that I'm still giving you that PR side girly? You know, your PR girly, all right? Your PR girly. And we have ideas for how I'm going to reconstructure that as well. For another thing, your girl needs to get on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. Your girl needs to get on LinkedIn. This is not even for my personal. For Respected Roots, I genuinely need to get on LinkedIn. I genuinely need to see what's going on, because there's a future plan that, like, you know, my position higher will be something higher, and that causes me to look at things in different angles, in different ways. And LinkedIn, they said LinkedIn is the money. LinkedIn is the money, and your girl needs to go where the money is always. Being a thought leader on LinkedIn, you know, and taking classes. Okay, guys, y'all probably not gonna believe when I say this. Y'all probably not, but please believe me. I love talking to people one-to-one, on a camera, all this stuff. But when it comes to networking, I feel nervous, because I always felt like I don't want people to think I'm just trying to take something away from them. But in all honesty, the whole point of networking, one thing that my boss says that I will always take with me is to always ABC. So the SD card got full, so I gotta finish it off on the phone. But to always, I think I was talking about how my boss was telling me to always be closing. And literally that's what networking is about, building relationships. So it's like, I feel like for me, I have to learn how to continuously to always build relationships. You know, don't always look at networking as in like I have to take something, but always be close and can be like, I have this idea, I have this creativeness that says, hey, I think this will work good for your brand and my brand. Let's see how this works. You know, like how we can mutually benefit from it, like looking at it on all angles and not just from a selfish standpoint of what you can do for Respect Your Roots. But that's what I love about Respect Your Roots. We're all about community and giving back. So it's also, what can I do for you? So yeah, guys, like I truly enjoyed this. Like, make sure y'all stay tuned for this reconstruction of how I'm going to do this, because I really do believe that this time around, it's not just about my life, but it's y'all going to see the work. Y'all going to see how I'm going to do my best and always put my best foot forward to keeping Respect Your Roots in the forefront of how do I get them here? How do I get them here? Because listen to these people talk on the panels is like, I'm taking in all these notes and I'm like, oh, this would be a good idea. This would start a movement, another movement for Respect Your Roots, because they're already big. 10 years in the game, no investors, multi-million-dollar, they're already big. But there's always one thing I learned in from this book I read called Free PR is the best thing a business can have is content. The best thing a business can have is content and people talking about the content. So there's always much more to do. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys love this video. I hope to check you guys out and see y'all on the next video. Y'all give some advice for your girl, okay? Like, I'm new to this and true to this at the same time. Like, I just want, you know, to build this community up to where it's like, you're not alone. You're not alone. Trust me, all right? So make sure y'all tap in with your girl. Y'all can follow me at whoisavion. Make sure y'all follow official Respect Your Roots. Subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and subscribe here. On top of, make sure y'all follow the Instagram, Respect Your Roots, all right? On TikTok and on Instagram, all right? I'll see y'all guys later. Bye.